This week portion is a portion of Re'e, and this is the Shabbat before the beginning of the month that is preparing us for the high holidays. The portion of Re'e starts with Re'e Anochi. Anochi is the same word that opens the Ten Commandments. And this portion is teaching us that the same as in the Ten Commandments, the first commandment was, I am your God, and it means I'm the only God. And after that, the second commandment says, you should not have other gods upon me. This is why this portion is speaking about Anochi. In the parasha, there is a lot about idol worshipping and prohibition not to deal and not to do idol worshipping. We need to understand that the idol worshipping that was here thousands of years ago and today, it's not the same idol worshipping in most of the world, but still in most of the world, there is a possibility of idol worshipping at the moment that I'm giving anything else but the Almighty, any kind of power. Which means if I'm giving the power to the stars without understanding that it's the Almighty that is ruling over the stars and the energies of the Almighty is manifesting through the stars. Or if I'm giving the power to my employee, or if I'm giving the power to my boss, I think I'm depending on him. If I think that my salary is coming from my boss, then instead of God, then it's a type of idol worshipping. I'm giving the power to something else but God. So the parasha is speaking a lot about that. Because if we are speaking about preparing ourselves for the high holidays, if we are preparing ourselves to ask for another cycle of 365 days, starting with Rosh Hashanah, starting with the high holidays, then we need to prepare ourselves to be able to receive that light. And one of the things that disturb the most to connect to the Almighty, to connect to the life force of this universe, is idol worshipping. So therefore, this parasha is loaded with the concept of and prohibitions about idol worshipping. Then the portion is taking another direction and speaks about the kosher animals, birds, fish, and so on. And the idea is, in general, that all the kosher animals has or have more balance within them. Their energy is more balanced. And therefore, when we eat them, it's not affecting us that bad. Because food is taking us down anyway. It's energy material. The food in the desert after going out of Egypt was the manna. And the manna was a food with no negativity. And therefore, they were able to remember everything that they studied with the water of the well of Miriam and to stay totally healthy because it cured them from any type of sickness or disease. So therefore, the food that we have, even the kosher one, in a way is taking us down. This is why many sages through the history were limiting eating to the minimum of the minimum in order not to affect themselves the gravity of the animals or any type of material that come from the food, material consciousness that come from the food. They didn't want that to take them down. So this is the kosher animals, and if someone is eating impure animals, it's affecting his energy. The impure animals definitely are not balanced, and therefore it's affecting the energy of the person, and it's making him more materialistic and less spiritual. Definitely, in most of there is no 100%, but in most of the cases. And then the parsha is ending with the idea of going to the Temple Mount 3 times a year in the holidays. In the high holidays, in Passover, in Shavuot, this is the time to elevate ourselves, which means this parasha is speaking about how to elevate ourselves and how not to take ourselves down. The force that's taking the person the most down is the idol worshipping. The not kosher animals also are taking the person spiritually down. What is uplifting the person is to connect, to cleave to the light of God. And this is at the end of this parasha. So therefore, Re'e means to see that we need to see to which direction we want to go. It's giving us a choice. We want the blessing or want the other way around. Which path we are willing to take. It's giving us the choice, reminding us the choice, and this is literally immediately before the month of Elul, the month of repentance, which is the month of preparation for the high holidays. This is why some would say the initials of Re'e are Re'e Elul Igia. You should see that the month of Elul came. It's already here. Part of the work that we need to do is to cleanse ourselves from the negative behavior, the negative attributes, in order to be ready to receive light that will bring blessing, better blessing. It's like a person that have a court case, which is very important, and he knows that he need to do a good preparation in advance. And this is what we are doing in this coming month. I'm wishing everyone happy new month, the month of Elul, and God willing that we'll have the strength to see what we need to change in order to have a better blessing in our life.